The American Women for International Understanding, AWIU, honors the United States Department of State International Women of Courage Award winners for 2009 at the National Press Club. AWIU presented each winner with a monetary grant to further their work. Here is the presentation ceremony.
For the third year, the State Department has selected 8 women leaders from across the world to receive the Secretary of State's International Woman of Courage Award to recognize their courage and leadership as they struggle for social justice and human rights in usually dangerous and horrific conditions, hostile conditions. American Women for International Understanding is pleased to celebrate each of them on their trip to Washington and to help them continue their important work with an AWIU grant. First, with Afghanistan. Ms. Frohl is the Afghanistan Country Director of the NGO Global Rights and a dynamic leader in the fight against domestic violence and marital and sexual abuse. From Guatemala, Norma Cruz. Ms. Cruz is also honored for leading the fight on behalf of victims of domestic violence and sexual abuse. From Iraq, Suad al-Ami. Ms. Almi is a prominent lawyer who fights against the erosion of women's rights and defends the disadvantaged. From Malaysia, Ambiga Srinivasan. Ms. Srinivasan is also an accomplished lawyer who became president of the Malaysian Bar Council. Under death threats and intimidation, she has used the rule of law to advance human rights. Niger, Hadisazu Mani. Ms. Mani was sold to a, quote, master, unquote. She persevered to gain her freedom and has helped pave the way for others trapped in similar circumstances to seek justice. Russia, Veronika Marchenko. Ms. Marchenko is the head of the NGA Mother's Right and has, under adverse and dangerous circumstances, led in exposing the truth surrounding disturbing peacetime deaths in the Russian armed forces under very cruel conditions. Uzbekistan, Mudabar Tajibayeva. Mrs. Tajibayeva was imprisoned and put in solitary confinement for criticizing her government's action. Although she was subject to forced psychiatric treatment, she still continues to advocate and work for increased human rights. Our last woman of courage is from Yemen, and she is unable to be here with us tonight. Her name is Reem al-Numeri. Ms. Numeri is not able to be with us tonight. When she was 12 years old, she was forced to marry her 30-year-old cousin. She never stopped protesting, and last month, the Yemen parliament passed a law raising the age of marriage to 17 and requiring the consent of the bride.